Hello. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Poppy Faye Fitness. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We are going to do today a running journey, running tip type vlog. And we're actually starting on a run, as you can tell. Pink earphones, pink top, orange shorts. What more could you bloody want? Oh my God, I've just realised my gels match my outfit today. That's too good. I've actually recently got the Shokz earphones and they're new, so I'll talk about that in a bizzle. But I thought I'd just chat to you a little bit on my run. I've got 14k, and then I'll probably finish it off at home, but just go through how I got started and just take you through my journey, my tips, what I would do now, etc. So yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it, boys. I always do a mix of dynamic stretches and static stretches. So static stretches I do at home, and then I actually live up a hill, so my excuse for not going up said hill is that I warm up going up it basically. So I do all of my dynamics on the way up, and I'll show you an example. My hamstrings feel so tight this morning, but I did a lot of travel and a lot of sitting yesterday, so I think that's probably it. But yeah, I just make sure everything's nice and warm, mainly my hips, glutes and calves. Obviously upper body just needs to be loose and stuff anyway. So yeah, 14k today, dynamic stretches done, static stretches done. Let's get into it, I suppose. I'm nearly at the top of the hill. So we're about 2k in. I first got into running actually, so I've always been sporty throughout school. Always been in the netball team, badminton team, dabbled in the house competitions, athletics, you know, that kind of stuff. Always been sporty, but I never really liked running, or the thought of going out for a 5k or like a 10k just made me feel sick. And then I can't even remember how it happened. I think it might have been COVID actually, and I just knew people that ran. They were getting out and running. Obviously I couldn't get to the gym. Yeah, I don't even know, but I started training, like gym training, when I was 16. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that me and my best friend at the time, we'd go to the gym like straight after school, you know, work out. I can't even remember what we did, and like just loved it, enjoyed it, loved the process of it. And then, you know, I kept that up straight after school for a little while until I was about, I don't know, 18, 19. And then I got into football. So that then drove, you know, being fitter with my aerobic capacity and my anaerobic capacity. So doing longer runs, slower pace, intervals, etc. Sorry, but I'm actually really bad at talking and running, so I'm just going to slow down my pace so you guys can hear me talk. Yeah, so I've been in it since I was 16, 23 now. So a long time really. Morning. But I was never consistent with it until probably last year, a couple of years ago. I was constantly falling in and out of programs, like doing it for 6 weeks and then going, oh, having a break, and then like starting a new one. And then I did my first marathon back in October. Well, actually first I did my first half marathon by accident. The first half marathon I ever did. I'm gonna stop for a minute. I ran 10k one way and then thought, shit, I'm gonna have to run this back, aren't I? That's the only way I'm gonna get home. So then, yeah, ended up doing a half marathon, 21k. And that was it, really. Then I had booked my first half marathon race, which was horrible. It was constant hills. I got an injury like 6 miles in, so 13 miles I think in a half marathon. Yeah, injured 6 miles in, and my hip was just fucked. It was so fucked. But then saw a physio, blah, blah, blah. A couple months later, I did the Bath half, which was one of the best days of my life. Oh my God, if you're thinking of doing a half marathon, you have to do the Bath half. The Bath half is amazing. It's really accessible for everyone. The vibes were great. Course was great. Yeah, I would just recommend it to anyone. It was so good. I did it for charity, and then that just kind of sparked well, I've done a half, let's do a full. Start running now. So yeah, signed up to do my first marathon in October. and I raised £2,000, I think, which was amazing. I have not done that this time round, but I also worked in a very different place with like lots of kind people who were able to donate, so that was really lush. But yeah, I just did it. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but my training wasn't crazy consistent. It wasn't like every week in and out, hitting time goals, etc. I've never actually had a time goal, but like, if you'd put my marathon training on a video or something, people would not follow it, because yeah, I was just going on holiday, not really thinking about it, and then like I just ran it. Like, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was actually my first YouTube video on this channel, if you want to go check it out. My first marathon, it was in York, and took 3 of my best friends with me and my mum, and yeah, it was just great. It was great. And then I literally watched, if you haven't watched We Live in Time, go watch it, it's a beautiful movie. I went to see it with my friend Tristan, and we were both literally like bawling our eyes out, and I came out and I was like, in my head I was like, I'm gonna have to do another marathon. Like, running a marathon is the least that I can do when people are suffering, you know? So I literally went on, can't remember, there's like a running website which has all of the races like in the country on it, and I literally just went on there. I knew I wanted one around May time, and I kid you not, I'm so impulsive. I didn't think about it. I was gonna do a marathon actually today that's a lot closer to me, but I had a show last night and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that, because we were coming back late, etc., and we've had that booked for ages. So I was like, right, what's the next one? Like literally the weekend after. Oh, it's Edinburgh, let's do it. Didn't think about like going up there with anyone, didn't think about my travel anxiety, doing it by myself, just didn't think, just impulsively booked it. Got a charity place, told my mum, and my mum is like my best friend. She didn't even like think about it. She literally just said, right, okay, like when is it? Let's book some flights and accommodation. Like, I didn't even ask her to come with me. She just knew. And yeah, it's just me and my mum going together. And that's next weekend, so you'll be watching this on Sunday. I don't know what date it is actually. 19th or something? 18th. And then yeah, I'll be doing it next Sunday. I will be vlogging the whole thing, like the whole journey, the whole trip, which is why I thought it'd be good to do a running journey tips and tricks today of just what I've learned from running, like especially the marathon and stuff, the past year and a bit. So yeah, so out of breath when I run. We're about 4k in, so I'm just gonna get my head down and smash this part out. Also, if you're new here, I don't train for a time. I don't train to be the fastest runner in the world. I literally train because I love it and I enjoy it so much, and I train specifically for me. I have been training long enough now that I know what works for me. I know it is absolutely fine to walk uphill on a run. I'll sometimes run up them, sometimes I walk, but like, yeah, I've been training long enough to know time doesn't work for me. I don't get motivated. I just feel pressured and I hate it and I dislike it. The main thing about running and any training, I think, should be that you enjoy it. Obviously, you're not going to enjoy every single run. Like my 32k that I did a couple weeks ago was horrible. It was horror, hated the whole thing. I've been in lots of self-doubt for the past 2 weeks, but today feels so strong. And I think it's because I'm literally just focusing on me running, like the distance, yeah, but just enjoying it, taking my time, doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Because yeah, we're a week out into the marathon. This is not a hard training run. This is a keep the legs ticking over and your brain keeping it used to running, you know? We're halfway through and I'm just gonna have a gel. Gels don't work for everyone. I personally really like them. They don't make my tummy go weird, nothing. I think they work really well. Cherry is by far the best flavour ever. I love it. It's the best. But yeah, I bought 2 just in case, but we'll see how we go. I might just need the 1 at the halfway point, which is now. And I will talk about fuel and stuff when I'm back, because I find it's actually quite controversial, I guess, because I certainly felt forced to fuel in a certain way, which actually doesn't work for me. So yeah, I'll talk about that when I'm back. 14k is done. We've done the 14k. I'm very sweaty, look. Look at my back. You can see it. Very sweaty. Which leads me on to my next point, which is fuel and hydration. One of my main things that I've learned over the years, and fuel is a big thing to me, because I often can get anxious around eating, and around meal times. If I feel like, I don't know, I just find, at the age of 23, I found that I actually don't like big meals. They make me just feel really ill, even just looking at them. Looking at them is nice, obviously if someone else would have them, that's fine. But for me to have them, oh my god, yeah, they just make me feel really nauseous. So literally in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been trialing eating little and often. And oh my god, it's been a game changer. It's been an absolute game changer, especially at breakfast. I found that where I was trying to eat such a big breakfast, yeah, it was just making me feel sick. So my main tips are, obviously you want to eat nutritionally dense food, so you keep up your veg, your fruit. Make sure you eat high in protein. That's another big thing. Obviously you can get that from lots of different sources. You know, you can get small amounts in nuts. You can get it in obviously meat. If you're not a big meat eater, you can get it in soy, or what's it called? Obviously you get small amounts in cheese, but obviously they're quite high in fat, so you just have to be careful about your moderation. What am I trying to think of? Tofu. There's a lot of protein in tofu, eggs, things like that. So you want to make sure that's really high in your diet. I find that I like to have all of those things, yeah, just really little and often. Okay, pigeons. Really little and often, and that just works way better for me. And I'm only just discovering that, and that's 3 or 4 years into my journey, into my training journey. And I find that loads of people put out online how much they eat. Excuse the barking, my house backs onto a dog walking. And I thought I'd finish the video outside because it's such nice weather. I know they do what I eat in a day and blah blah blah, but what I find when I watch that, I find it really pressurizing, because I never finish a plate. It's very rare that I have a clean plate, because I just find it really just a bit much. Definitely finding the fuel and hydration, again, nutritionally dense, high in protein, vitamins, yada yada, but that suits you. So you might not like breakfast, and then you want to eat more food for the rest of the day. It's literally whatever suits you. And you might be the opposite. You might want to eat loads in the morning, but actually you don't really want to eat a lot in the afternoon, evening. I just can't hone enough that you have to do it catered to you and your likes, dislikes, how your body functions, how your body works, whatever's best for you. Following that, supplements. My second tip, that's 3. My second tip and trips. That's what I can't speak. My second tips and tricks about supplements are, again, is finding what works for you. Lots of people message me saying, how do you know what to take, blah blah blah. But again, I've literally been trying this for years and years. I know what works for me, what makes a difference, what doesn't. For instance, I took evening primrose oil for a while. That works for some people. Personally, I didn't notice a difference at all. Whereas I noticed a big difference with creatine, glucosamine sulfate, which help with muscle repair and recovery, B12. Trying to think what else I take. Vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium. They're my main supplements, vitamins that I take. I find they really make a difference. I then also take electrolytes. I try and do that every day. Sometimes I just don't. Or if I feel like I'm fine or really hydrated or whatever, I don't actually need it. But otherwise I take that, but I'll take it now, especially after long run. Also, after a long run, I have found this is one of my favourite recovery drinks ever. So it's from ESN, and it's like literally like all-in-one endurance recovery formula, which I love. I don't want to have to be taking loads of different drinks for the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's got amino acids in it, electrolytes, and protein powder in it, I think. I think it has protein powder in it. I could be wrong. Anyway, it just has loads of good stuff in it, which I find really works. Although, normally I have a lid and it's actually shakeable, but I don't know where the lid's gone. But yeah, it's working, finding out whatever works for you. I'm actually allergic to whey protein. I'm actually intolerant to it, so I have to have lots of vegan protein supplements, which is fine. My Protein do the best vegan supplements, whether it's cookies, bars, which I don't actually have that many of, but their drinks, oh my god, they're just the best. It's not as high in protein, like the clear whey drinks, but oh my god, they're so easy to drink, so easy to consume. It's just like drinking squash. That's number 2. Number 3, I always find in anyone's fitness journey, and I get loads of questions all the time. How do I get into fitness? How do I start? Where do I start? Blah, blah, blah. My biggest tip to you, if you're at the start of your journey or you haven't started yet, is, again, it's finding out what you enjoy. Even with my running, like, I don't actually enjoy long distance, but, you know, it took a while to realise that I don't enjoy times. I don't enjoy, like, looking at the distance, focusing on it all the time, thinking, oh my god, I have to do this distance at this point. That was like a big thing. I knew that I didn't just like running. I knew that I didn't just like the gym. I knew I wanted to be good at both, pursue both, as well as pursuing football, as well as pursuing netball. Do you know what I mean? Those things I knew, sorry, I've got itchy nose. Those I knew quite early on in my training, and especially throughout school. But yeah, it's finding out what you like. Like, I do not like swimming or cycling. I couldn't think of anything worse. But like, obviously I'll run a marathon, but the thought of cycling a marathon, which is arguably easier, I would hate. I would not like that. And same with swimming. So you won't ever catch me doing an Ironman, because you know, if that was a relay, I'll do the running. But yeah, I don't like those things. Whereas you might be an avid swimmer, avid cyclist, but hate running. It's literally just finding out what suits you best. I don't particularly like class environments. You might like class environments and doing like body pumps and spinning, things like that. I do not like that. I would much rather do my own thing, go into the gym, you know, have my own program, focus on that. My 3rd tip would be just literally cater it to you and what you enjoy, because you will not stick at something that you don't enjoy. Like, don't force it. Like, if you do want to get into running and blah blah blah, but you're hating every single second of it all the time, like every single run you're hating it all the time, you're dreading it, like, just maybe running's not for you. Like, maybe just take a step back, try something else, and you can always come back to it. But yeah, just listen to your body, and like, sometimes running is just not for you. But that doesn't mean that suddenly you're limited to cycling or swimming. You might be literally the best dancer in the world, or the best Zumba teacher in the world, or Pilates or yoga. Oh my god, there are so many different routes and so many different avenues to go down. My 4th, sorry, I'm just munching on my banana. My 4th tip / trick is recovery. So when it comes to recovery, I actually can't talk today. When it comes to recovery, everyone's recovery is very different. Some people might not need that much sleep afterwards. Some people might have to sleep for 10 hours. It is completely up to you. Either, like, I found that my best recovery is straight afterwards having a snack. So like, I've got a peanut butter flapjack and a banana. I also then make sure I get my electrolytes in, or my protein powder, all that jazz afterwards. I like to have a bath, I like to rest, and usually especially after my big runs, I just crash out, like, for the rest of the day. I actually did, during my marathon training last year, I actually did a 30k run in the morning, and then, you know, which took like 4 hours, and then I went and did an 8-9 hour shift at the gym that I worked at. Thought of doing that now literally is like, what are you doing? But yeah, I find that I tend to just crash out. But it's definitely like, get a bit of fuel in, even if it's just like half a banana, a little bit of flapjack, whatever it is, whatever works for you. Get some sort of hydration, salts in, electrolytes, recovery powder, whatever it might be. Stretch is a big one. Always find that when I don't stretch afterwards, I'm always more sore the next day. I'm always stiffer. I always just feel a bit more rubbish. Oh, and I also love to have a bath with like magnesium salts in it. Again, I find afterwards I actually like feel way more recovered the next day. My legs hurt a lot less, my DOMs are a lot less. So yeah, I find that actually makes a big difference as well. You might not find it does, but I do. One big thing that I'm not big into is like ice baths and saunas. I can't stand saunas. Saunas are like my worst nightmare. I walk in and I feel like I can't breathe. Like, I don't know how people sit in saunas. Honestly, absolute credit to you. For me, it's like sensory overload. But the more you deny your recovery, the more you will feel it, the longer it goes on for, the bigger the impact it will have. So I'm terrible still. I still actually struggle to prioritize it, to just sit and not really do a lot. I'm still struggling to do. But it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. It's a journey. We're learning as we go along. But yeah, they're like my 4 main tips and tricks. Let me know if you have any other questions, if you want to know anything else, if you want to know anything like race specific, how I prep for a race. You'll see it in next weekend's video anyway. But yeah, I post a lot over on my Instagram, so make sure that you go ahead and give me a follow. And I will see you on Thursday, actually, is when I'm starting to film. But otherwise, I'll see you on Sunday. And I think when I would have uploaded this, I would have done it. We would have been on the other side of it. And we'll be ready for a new week. But thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the start, if you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do, because it helps my channel so much. And I love you all. And I will see you in next week's video. See you later. Bye.